Hello everyone, this is Sathyanikhil. You're watching me on my YouTube channel. Welcome to the second story with SN. I'm really happy that many people are coming forward to sharing this story just with the intention that it might help other people. And let me clear one thing before I start a story. In every story, we are not here to decide good, bad, who is right, who is wrong. We are here to understand how humans go through. We are here to understand how humans take decisions, and we are here to better ourselves and better lives of people around us. As always, let the intro begin. Let me give you a background before we go in. So this guy, he is a teenager and he is from a middle class family. His father is a private employee and his mother is a teacher. They have a very low financial status for that matter. The survival of that month is the biggest thing they could expect. So that was his financial situation. Being that kid, since his childhood, जब से वो बच्चा था, उसके अंकल के साथ उसका अंकल का फ्रेंड का एक रेस्टोरेंट था. वो रेस्टोरेंट पे जाके खाना खा के आता था. कभी हॉलीडेज पे, कभी जब भी वो उस अंकल से मिलता था, his uncle used to come, his uncle used to take him to that restaurant. He developed this different interest towards food. He developed this interest towards food, to that restaurants, and slowly while he was growing this, around he was 16 by now, he got the interest on restaurants. He slowly developed his interest to start a restaurant business. This is the background about him. Let me introduce their parents to you. Their parents are the typical strict parents who force him to study. Since the time he was a child, बहुत प्रेशर डालते थे उसके ऊपर टू स्टडी. पढ़ो 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 पढ़ो, दिन पढ़ो रात पढ़ो, जितना ज़्यादा प्रिपेयर हो उतना बेटर है. They used to force him to study all the time. Just as always, the educational institution's name, I don't want to say the names of them. He was joined in that educational institution and he continued studying. 10th class में ऐसा पास हो गया था, कुछ मार्क्स आके पास हो गया था. And later on, when he was studying his intermediate, he failed 2 subjects. He failed those 2 subjects and supplementary में ऐसा intermediate second year में, after failing, what happened is his father is not a kind of man who will punish him, but he'll just not stop talking to him. His father stopped talking to him literally for weeks along. कुछ बात नहीं करते थे. Just like a thing. He said that his father used to treat him like a thing. है बस, बात नहीं करते थे, कुछ पूछते नहीं थे. Because he failed those subjects in intermediate. As his mother being a teacher, टीचर्स का थोड़ा प्रेस्टेज इश्यू होता है उनका बच्चों को अच्छे मार्क्स लाना, लेकिन नहीं हुआ था. उसका भी मामा भी इतना ज़्यादा ट्रीट नहीं करते थे. He wouldn't share all this stuff with anyone except his uncle. That too on a rare occasion. He was developing this kind of hate for his parents. क्यों समझ नहीं सकते ये लोग? Why can't they understand me? Always study. There are so many people who are not studying. There are so many people who are successful. Why are they pressurizing me? Why can't they understanding me? Why can't they just understand my feelings? He was irritated by them asking him to study. At the point, he started hating them. Man, like, सुबह उठो और पढ़ो पढ़ो पढ़ो, क्या पढ़े यार? He was so irritated by that thought. At that slight point, he was so close to hating his parents. He actually hated his parents. So at that point, he just hated his parents. And he just didn't want to live in that house anymore. This thing happens with a lot of us, especially when we are in teenage. We develop different interests. We would like to go to different destinations and explore different things, just like our comrade here. Later on, he just, because of the hate which motivated him, he managed to complete that intermediate supplementary exams. He managed that. And then here is the biggest task. He had no interest in it. He had this fixed in his mind that he wanted to start a restaurant business. Why? Because when he was a child, he had that inner interest to start that business. He was influenced by the people around him, and that developed a certain kind of interest to keep doing it, to pursue it, to try it, to explore it. Engineering hua, and in that time, neither his father nor him, both, they didn't communicate with each other. But his father took the decision that he will be doing engineering, and he didn't say anything. He didn't express anything to his father that he likes it, he doesn't like it. His father assumed that he liked engineering because his friends were also doing engineering. So kya hua? As I said, his father was a middle class man. Papa ने बाहर लोगों से पैसे ले लिया. He borrowed money, around 10 lakhs, as he has mentioned here. He has borrowed money for his engineering, and he joined him in a management quota seat. So he joined engineering because his friends also joined engineering. But deep down, उसको वो restaurant start करने का, वो explore करने का, कैसा लगता है, पूरा एक्सपीरियंस करने का उसका अंदर क्या बहुत भूख था. लेकिन क्या कर सकता है, तुम क्या कर सकते हो, हम क्या कर सकते हैं? सब लोगों की तरह इंजीनियरिंग ले लिया. इंजीनियरिंग में कंप्यूटर साइंस ब्रांच सेलेक्ट हुआ, और ड्यूरिंग द फर्स्ट ईयर ही जस्ट अंडरस्टूड दैट दिस इज नॉट फॉर मी. यार मुझे समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा कुछ, मुझे कुछ पैशन नहीं है इस पे, मुझे डिवाइसेस पे पैशन नहीं है यार. ही वॉज पैशनेट अबाउट फूड, ही वॉज पैशनेट अबाउट सर्विंग फूड, ही वॉज पैशनेट अबाउट रनिंग दैट बिजनेस. वाई इज ही पैशनेट अबाउट इट? That is another whole question. But he had specific hunger in his heart to try it. He had no hunger in his heart to try this because he never even wanted to pursue it. He was forced to pursue it. So whatever is the reasons, his story went like this. He failed his engineering second year with 4 backlogs. So he just couldn't go further. His parents got to know about it. As usual, he came home, and his parents, literally the first time in his life, as he mentioned, have scolded him so badly, have put him down so badly, that how reckless of a child he is, how he couldn't understand them. They just said all that, and he just burst out. उसको गुस्सा आ गया था, इतना गुस्सा आ गया कि मैं घर छोड़ के चला जाऊंगा, मैं घर छोड़ के चला जाऊंगा, किधर चलूंगा मुझे नहीं पता. He just went, he packed his stuff, and he went out of the house straight to his uncle's home. The uncle who introduced him to the restaurant is his uncle. So he went to his uncle's home. सब कुछ बताया गुस्सा में एकदम, क्या क्या हुआ, कैसे इंजीनियरिंग में इंटरेस्ट नहीं था, पूरा रैंक कर दिया उनका पेरेंट्स के ऊपर, जो भी उसका हेट है ना उसके पेरेंट्स के ऊपर, पूरा जाके उसका अंकल को एक्सप्रेस कर दिया. तो अंकल ने बोला, उसका अंकल ने, his uncle understood him, his uncle understood his anger. He just took a break. Chalo, have dinner. He had some dinner. Then before he was going to sleep, his uncle was with him since the time he's a child. Since his uncle knows his father in his struggling times. So his uncle told him that your father, for the health of his father, for the health of your grandfather, your father used to work as a waiter in restaurants. Your father worked as a daily labor for a few months to take care of your grandfather. Your father was in a stage where he couldn't have education. He couldn't study. There was no money for him to study. He wanted that hunger. He wanted to study. But the opportunity was not easy for him. He had to earn his own amount to study. He had to earn his own price to pay even for his own education. With all that hard work, because for whatever reason, in that way, he had to earn his own money to complete his education. He is one of the most hardworking men I met. So, he understood this. At that point, he questioned himself. Why didn't I know my father like this? मुझे क्यों नहीं पता था कि my father's likes and dislikes. See, he asked this question to me. I'm going to tell you a very honest answer which is straight out of my mind. मैं कुछ सोच भी नहीं रहा हूँ, मैं direct answer दे रहा हूँ. When we are born, whenever you have a kid or even your parents have a child, they want them to grow up in a certain way. उसके लिए एक पेरेंट उनकी ओरिजिनल नेचुरल सेल्फ को एक्सप्रेस नहीं करता. उसका सैडनेस, सॉरोस, पैशन, गोल्स, रियल पर्सन, रियल इमोशंस को एक्सप्रेस नहीं करता. ही टेक्स अप अ रोल. ही टेक्स अप अ रोल ऑफ अ स्ट्रिक्ट पेरेंट. ही टेक्स अप अ रोल ऑफ अ angry parent. He takes up a role of a understanding parent, friendly parent. But at the essence, what that person is, they will not express it. Trust me, this is the reason you didn't know it. Okay, whatever is said and done, he went back the next day itself. After talking to his uncle, he thought a lot. He went back to his father. He just sat and he told me that he spoke to his father for hours. He spoke to his father in a single sitting for so many hours. He expressed his likes, he expressed his dislikes. It took his father a lot of thing to digest his son, how his thoughts are, but they did. At this point, exactly right now, our comrade is studying his engineering 4th year and he is almost in plans to start his own restaurant business. See, what I want you to take away with this is, your parents, when you understand your parents and when your parents understand you, 90% of the problems in your life are gone. So how do you understand your parents? You communicate with your parents. Mom, I'm going out. I'll be right back. Mom, I need some money. Mom, birthday party pe kuch gift de do. Mom, I want that bike. I want this car. Dad, I want this phone. Dad, I don't like this college. Not all this. Dad, how are you feeling today? Is everything all right? Are you satisfied with your life? Mom, are you smiling enough today? See, yes, we have this hesitation to ask them because you're giving them an authority. मेरा पापा है, मेरा माँ है. वो एक authority नहीं होता. Don't make a parent feel like an authority. Make them feel like family because that is what they are. It's okay if you don't communicate with friends. नए लोग आ सकते. कुछ चांस है ना रिप्लेसमेंट के. गर्लफ्रेंड्स को बात नहीं करो, बॉयफ्रेंड से बात नहीं करो, चलो रिप्लेसमेंट हो सकता है ना फर्दर में. लेकिन व्हेन यू डोंट हैव दैट फ्रेंडली अंडरस्टैंडिंग बॉन्ड विथ योर पेरेंट्स, इतना रिग्रेट और कुछ नहीं बन सकता तेरे लिए. तो वॉट एवर इट इज, आवर कॉमरेड, थैंक यू सो मच for coming and sharing your story with me. I'm really happy that this topic has been touched. I'm really extremely grateful to you for sharing your story with me. Yes, everyone are different, I get that point, but my only intention is, communicate more with your parents. Communicate in the sense is not that blah all about you, just saying how your day went. No, know about them. Respect them as a person, understand them as a human being. एक अथॉरिटी मत दे दो मेरा पापा है, मेरा माँ है, ऐसा कुछ ये सब नहीं. Understand them as a person, like them and love them as a person for what they do. ठीक है. thoda. This is what I wanted to take away with this video. I hope you like this video. This is our second story with SN. There are so many people who are texting me their stories. I'm very happy regarding that. And if you have any story to share of yours, come straight to my Instagram and share your story, or mail me at sathyanikhilsn@gmail.com. Thank you for watching this video. And as always, peace, and let the outro begin.